All right, we are here at the beautiful Cairn property where First Love has 53 orphans that they're caring for, and this is behind us is the Shamba, the farm that they use to try to supplement some of the feeding, and so we've got some maize growing behind us. But as you can see, it's not ready to be harvested, and that's the problem here, is that the maize is growing, but it's not ready to be harvested. So there's nothing in the market. But today we met with the man who is in charge, who runs the biggest mill here in Kenya, Unga Milling Company, and we just got the opportunity to learn about where he's getting his grain and the struggles that even a big guy like he and their company are experiencing. And he also gave us warning about alpha toxins, which infect the maize kernel and can kill animals, kill children, and hurt and injure adults when they eat that type of maize that's infected with that. So it was good to get that warning, and after that meeting we got to go inspect the grain, to look at the grain we wanted to find.
Yeah, we went down to basically all the big grain suppliers right now are out of grain, so we found some in the industrial area of Kenya and went down to look at it, scoped it out. It looks relatively good. They have quite a bit of supply, and then we tried to make a deal and told him we had to think about it a little bit, so we came back to Cairn and talked to Chris, who's the director of First Love Kenya, and just discussed the options, what we had. And during the conversation with Chris, I got a phone call from a guy named Greg Collins, who is a regional Food for Peace guy here in Kenya, works at the U.S. Embassy, and I had a question about how when we take this grain to Dadaab, how we get it there, the logistics. It's a long trip. It'll take 2 days. It's doable, but there's some risk involved, and you need to do it the right way. And he said, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we don't know if you bring this grain up here, if you're going to get it into camp. Several different reasons, one of which being this refugee camp has been going since the early 90s. They've got policies, procedures in place. There's lots of grain right now that has alpha toxin in it. And alpha toxin is just a bad thing for the people that are going to eat it. So policies about that, and then just different things added up, and he just does not think we're going to get this grain in the camp. And it's just like so depressing, because we've worked so hard to find this grain. We didn't think we were going to find it. Now we finally found it. Now we want to get it up there, and now is another roadblock. So we're still investigating the possibilities. We took samples of the grain right now, and they're getting tested to see if they do have it or they don't have it, and then still waiting to kind of hear back to see if there's still some hope about getting some of that grain up to the Dadaab.
So we still have hope that the grain we have found doesn't have the toxin, and also we know Kenyans that are not in the Dadaab refugee camp that are hungry, that are being affected by this famine, and those people also have relationships with First Love, and we have opportunities to help in great ways beyond that. But right now we're still pursuing that first goal, and we'll check in later.